Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Wanted to give you some keys to help you simplify impact, a different way to think about it. I hope it's gonna help you get a little bit more clear on what's important in the swing and help you take your game to the next level. So when I'm thinking about the whole swing, right, ultimately what is gonna factor into the shot is at impact, how's the club delivered, where is it coming from, how much speed, how much loft, right? So is my body helping or hurting me do that? That's what I'm gonna talk about today. So when we're looking at impact, okay, so one way to think about it is when I'm coming in, so my body position is starting to flex. That allows my right hip to sort of move around my body and my left hip to push back, okay? So say I'm into like a relatively neutral impact position here. I think people get in trouble when they're trying to force that position. One is, a common thing I see is people trying to create more space, which actually, for most people, that makes them extend their back. And when you start to extend this way, it's really hard to rotate, so you're gonna see like a lot of that movement through. So I think a great way to work on it is, one, what setup position helps me find an impact position where my ribs can be away from the ball, a little bit more rounded, my arms can be extended, and my right hip can be forward with my left hip a little bit back. Obviously, some people might look like this, some might actually look even a little bit more, but if I just work on, okay, where am I at here? And then can I build the movement through impact, refining what my body feels like when I get into impact. The thing about the swing that's interesting is, as I start here and I go back, okay, if you watch sort of what my body's doing, so as I'm rotating, my back will start to extend slightly. It's going into extension. I'm not like extending it excessively. It's going into extension because of how I'm rotating and my arms are elevating, okay? But then from there, I think a lot of people have trouble if they're either out of position or they don't understand the body movement to get the impact, where they end up sort of in this position and up, or they're trying to stay back and they're sort of here. What I would challenge you to do is, as you start down, so we're getting a push out of the right hip's driving forward, the left hip starts to drive back, and then from there, my upper body can start to round a little bit, and then that's gonna give me a lot of space into impact. And that allows me to rotate a lot easier through the shot. And then post impact, I'm actually gonna go, so small extension into a little flex and then extension again. If I get that sequence incorrect, you're gonna see a lot of things happen. So some people, we gotta work on club, face, and how the arms are moving. And some people, we gotta work on how the body motion is. I think that's a great way to work on it at home without even hitting balls, is you just get the club across your shoulders. What's it like to let the body extend slightly as we go back, as we get that turn? And then how do I flex as I let the right hip start to fire and the left hip start to move back? So I'm in flex position, here's my impact. And then from there, how do I go into an extended tall position post impact? What feels do I get doing that? And then I would actually work right at impact. Start with small swings, doing a good impact position. So if I demo that one more time, so I go, okay, what's my impact gonna feel like, or what do I want it to feel like? Okay, rib cage is back, I'm rounded. Nice push off the right side, left side's back. And then from there, I can drive through, and you can see my odds are pretty high that I can create a pretty nice delivery from that nice impact position. Sometimes people forget there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle. Ultimately, how are we going to be delivering the club at impact will dictate what the ball is doing in the air. For some, that's where you need to focus. For some, it's other places. If you need more help for your game, make sure you check out the description below. Thanks so much for watching, guys.